Hello and a very warm welcome to Science Monitor, your weekly update on what is happening in the field of science, technology, research and innovation to change the S&T landscape of the country and impact your life. I am Smriti Rastogi. From the first carbon-neutral panchayat in the country to the interdisciplinary research on developing dual-functional materials for carbon capture and conversion, we have plenty in store for you. But first, let's begin with the headlines. Palli village of Jammu and Kashmir is the country's first carbon-neutral panchayat. A 500 kilowatt solar power plant at Palli was inaugurated by the Prime Minister on Panchayati Raj Divas. Indian scientists overcome problems associated with the electrochemical oxidation of phenol. Using carbonaceous electrodes for electrolysis can be an effective way for large-scale transformation of phenol to 1,4-hydroquinone. Indian scientists have computationally designed a hybrid material to absorb greenhouse gases and convert them into clean hydrogen. A unique facility has also been fabricated to test such dual functional materials under the DST-supported project in CSIR IICT Hyderabad. And Atal Innovation Mission is transforming the innovation and entrepreneurship landscape in the country. The mission has been establishing Atal Tinkering Labs in schools across India to ignite the spirit of innovation among students. And now the details. 24th April was a historic day for the Palli village in Jammu and Kashmir as it became the first carbon-neutral panchayat of the country. On this day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated a 500 kilowatt solar power plant in this village in the Samba district. The project to meet the energy needs of the village was finished in a record time by the Central Electronics Limited under the Ministry of Science and Technology. Here is a detailed report.
The Government of India is primarily working towards making India a zero carbon emission country. To achieve this, the government is heading at a fast pace toward harnessing alternate sources of energy. Keeping this in view, a 500 kilowatt solar power plant has been installed in a border district of Jammu and Kashmir. On the 24th of April, on the occasion of National Panchayati Raj Divas, the Prime Minister dedicated this modern and eco-friendly setup to the nation. With this, Palli became the first carbon-neutral panchayat in the country. The plant will cater to the energy needs of the village under Gram Urja Swaraj Yojana.
देश को कार्बन न्यूट्रल बनाने का जो संकल्प देश ने उठाया है, उसी दिशा में भी जम्मू कश्मीर ने आज एक बड़ी पहल की है। ग्लासगो में दुनिया के बड़े बड़े दिग्गज इकट्ठे हुए थे। कार्बन न्यूट्रल को लेकर के बहुत सारे भाषण हुए, बहुत सारे बयान हुए, बहुत सारी घोषणाएं हुई, लेकिन ये हिंदुस्तान है जो ग्लासगो के संकल्प को आज जम्मू कश्मीर की एक छोटी पंचायत पल्ली पंचायत के अंदर देश की पहली कार्बन न्यूट्रल पंचायत बनने की तरफ आगे बढ़ रहा है।
Installed by the Central Electronics Limited, a PSE under the Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India. This power plant was completed in a record time of 20 days, and this has paved the way for the use of alternate sources of energy in the country. 1,500 solar panels have been erected in 6,408 square meter area with a transformer of 630 kilowatt for energy distribution. 340 households have been connected to this solar power plant for clean electricity, and more households will be connected to the power plant in the future.
पीएमओ मंत्री डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह जी, ये उन्हीं की मिनिस्ट्री के अंदर आता है और ये उन्हीं की तरफ से भी हमें बहुत बड़ा तोहफ़ा दिया गया। मैं उनका भी बड़ा शुक्रगुजार हूँ और इससे हमारे पल्ली पंचायत को काफ़ी ज़्यादा रिलीफ मिलेगी गर्मियों में बिजली की। जितना लोगों का बिल आता था उसमें भी जितनी यूनिट पर हावर्स मिलेगी उसमें बिजली का किराया भी कम होगा और बिजली की किल्लत भी दूर होगी। इससे बढ़िया और क्या हो सकता है।
Solar energy is considered to be the best source of clean and green energy which can be used directly for energy requirements with minimum cost. In view of this, solar energy is being encouraged and harnessed on war footing to cater for the energy requirements, especially for rural areas, by government and non-government agencies. Such plants will lessen the energy load on conventional sources and will provide 24 hours of eco-friendly energy in the rural areas of the country.
जो किसानों ने अपने खेतों में सिंचाई के लिए पंप लगाए हैं, उनका जो बिल आता था सौर ऊर्जा आने के बाद, सोलर पैनल लगने के बाद, वो उसका जो खर्चा होगा, बिल का भुगतान होगा, वो बिल्कुल कम हो जाएगा। मैं धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूँ तहे दिल से माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का और डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह जी का, जिन्होंने हमारे छोटे से गाँव पल्ली गाँव को जी इतनी बड़ी सौगात दे दी।
A 3-day technology exhibition was also organized at the Palli village, which remained open to the public from 24th to the 26th of April, showing exhibits of technologies like drone-based land mapping, lavender cultivation known as Purple Revolution, CSIR's floriculture mission, technologies for cultivation of hing and saffron, integrated insect management, apps for marketing of agricultural produce, and many more. These technologies can prove helpful in making rural India self-sufficient. Various scientific organizations and ministries such as the Department of Science and Technology, Office of the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, Department of Space, Department of Biotechnology, Department of Atomic Energy, Ministry of Earth Sciences, Survey of India, National Innovation Foundation and Drone Federation of India participated in the exhibition. The exhibition depicted the use of technology in agriculture and highlighted its potential as a profitable occupation. Plus, it showcased many solutions to generate employment opportunities in rural areas. Overall, the exhibition was a good initiative for generating awareness about modern and innovative solutions to address rural issues. Providing 24 hours electricity through solar power plant also serves the same objective.
Through their studies, Indian researchers have solved significant issues related to the electrochemical oxidation of phenol. Researchers working at a Bengaluru-based autonomous institute of the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, have shown that carbon-based electrodes can be used for the effective electrochemical oxidation of phenol to 1,4-hydroquinone. Let's see our report to see how this development will strengthen our self-sufficiency.
Phenol and its oxidized products are primary building blocks used in the synthesis of many medicinal and industrially used organic compounds. Especially products like 1,4-hydroquinone are used as intermediates in the manufacturing of food preservatives, pharmaceuticals, dyes, polymers, etc. In addition, oxidation of phenol leads to a huge value addition. But phenol oxidation is mostly carried out by chemical methods using catalysts involving precious metals, metal oxides, and enzymes along with hazardous oxidants. Now, scientists at the Bengaluru-based Center for Nano and Soft Matter Sciences have presented electrolysis as an effective way to carry out the oxidative transformation of phenol to 1,4-hydroquinone.
So the most advantages of are, this is very environmentally benign process. There is no chemical involved in the transformation. It is only water and electricity. So with just these two things, you can basically convert phenol into a very useful, it's a value addition. Phenol, for example, I don't exactly remember, but phenol to 1,4-hydroxyquinone, there is a 4 times value addition in terms of the processing. And we actually import lot of this 1,4-hydroxyquinone. So we can also kind of save on the import.
Electrochemical organic transformations are typically carried out in an aqueous medium by just passing electricity through the substrate, and no environmentally hazardous oxidants and reductants are involved in this process. But this process has some practical issues, especially with respect to phenol oxidation.
What are the problems? One is, apart from phenol, 1,4-hydroxyquinone, phenol was also getting converted to catechol, right? Another product. Also, it was getting converted to tar. So these were many issues. And also, when you pass electricity, right, you need electrodes. So all these products that were getting formed from phenol, electrochemical oxidation of phenol, were getting attached to the electrode and preventing further reaction.
To overcome these difficulties, the scientists conducted detailed cyclic voltammetric studies and established that electrodes having disordered graphene-like structures could be used instead of metal-based electrodes for effective electrochemical oxidation of phenol. These electrodes can be modified to have the desired number of oxygen-bearing surface functional groups, such as hydroxyl, carboxyl, and carbonyl. With such appropriately surface-modified carbonaceous electrodes, the conversion of phenol was 99% with 87% selectivity to 1,4-hydroquinone.
Generally, in laboratory scale, people showed the concept by you converting milligrams of phenol into milligrams of hydroquinone. But we have shown that this can be taken up to the gram scale, and obviously once we go to pilot scale, we can even take it further so that it can be used for industrial scale applications.
As India currently imports 1,4-hydroquinone at a high cost due to lack of efficient processes for conversion of phenol to 1,4-hydroquinone, so this environmentally benign method could be a huge step towards strengthening India's self-reliance.
To mitigate the effects of global warming, scientists from CSIR, Indian Institute of Chemical Technology, Hyderabad, have computationally designed a hybrid material to absorb greenhouse gases like methane and convert them into clean hydrogen. Under a mission innovation project supported by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, a facility has also been fabricated to help further carbon capture research at the institute. Let's see our report for the details.
Scientists worldwide are engaged in developing novel and efficient processes for the production of high-purity hydrogen and looking at the increased concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Researchers are also searching for novel methods and materials to absorb and convert greenhouse gases like methane and carbon dioxide into clean fuels like hydrogen. At CSIR, Indian Institute of Chemical Technology in Hyderabad, an interdisciplinary team is working towards model-based design, synthesis and evaluation of combined catalyst and sorbent materials for the production of high-purity hydrogen in a Department of Science and Technology sponsored Mission Innovation project.
We have an integrated approach using quantum mechanical based DFT calculations and machine learning and artificial intelligence tools for identification of lead materials, which actually minimize the experiments, and it is also an accelerated approach for the discovery of new materials and for the hydrogen production.
Conventionally, the common processes for the production of hydrogen is steam methane reforming. The process has several disadvantages as it is highly energy intensive, leaving a huge carbon footprint. Moreover, the reaction is equilibrium limited reaction, leading to lower conversions of methane and low purity of hydrogen. Also, the process needs dedicated gas separation units, which adds to the cost. In order to tackle the problems related to steam methane reforming, scientists at CSIR IICT have come up with the intensified process for high-purity hydrogen production, that is, sorption enhanced steam methane reforming, or SESMR.
Our approach to tackle this problem is through sorption enhancement. high purity hydrogen production is achieved by in situ removal of CO2, thereby shifting the equilibrium towards right, which further leads to enhanced methane conversion and finally leading to high purity hydrogen production. So this SCSMR process needs the design and development of combined materials, combined hybrid materials, which can serve as catalyst as well as CO2 sorbents. So we as an interdisciplinary team at CSIR IICT, we are working towards the design, synthesis and evaluation of these hybrid materials for the production of high purity hydrogen.
The researchers have evaluated the process and checked its thermodynamical feasibility. They have also fabricated a dual operational fixed-cum-fluidized bed reactor system that can carry out sorption-enhanced steam methane reforming for the high-purity H2 production based on the modeling and preliminary experimental studies. The facility is unique and available for the first time in the country.
There is no commercial technology available for this high purity hydrogen production through SCSMR process. Whatever the research work is reported on SCSMR is only based on fixed bed reactor system, and it is limited to lab scale process only. Moreover, the process cannot be operated continuously. The process requires continuous reforming and regenerated operated in a loop. So to address that problem, so we have come up with a fluidized bed reactor technology which can be operated continuously and which has the scope for scale up and commercialization.
Researchers are now testing the potential hybrid materials for longer periods in order to check their stability. Simultaneously, they are also doing characterization of these materials to optimize the FBR system. This will help in moving towards commercial scale operations.
The Atal Innovation Mission, launched by the Government of India, and the Atal Tinkering Labs being set up in the schools across the country are changing the overall innovation and entrepreneurship landscape in the country by igniting the spirit of innovation among students. This mission is also helping more than 2,200 startups in various fields, ranging from health to agriculture. Here is our special report.
Today, innovation, technological development and startups are becoming bases of development. And with an aim to strengthen this base, the Government of India has accorded top priority to this. The Atal Innovation Mission was established in the year 2016 by the Niti Aayog to encourage the young generation of the country in the field of science and technology and to inculcate an innovative mindset right from childhood. To widen the reach of this mission, Atal Tinkering Labs are being established in schools across the country. This mission, being implemented in collaboration with the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, envisages preparing 1 million children as modern innovators. Recently, Niti Aayog organized an event as part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, celebrating 75 years of India's independence, with the title Celebrating 75 Years of India's Innovation Journey. The event saw the participation of various stakeholders, with Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh addressing the program.
Now the innovation is happening faster than the necessity. So if the proverb goes, necessity is the mother of invention, here the invention is happening before the necessity. And again, I am not talking without evidence. Look, for example, solar. Solar energy is already there, but we are still to realize the dire importance of it. But gradually, and we know that it's so cost effective, the electricity bill comes down to 1/3, then it becomes a necessity.
The impact of the Atal Innovation Mission, which has completed 6 years since its inception, is now visible across the country. The mission, through its programs like Atal Incubation Centers and Atal Community Innovation Centers, has been transforming the innovation and entrepreneurship landscape of the country holistically and comprehensively. Through its many programs, the mission is helping over 2,200 startups in key areas of health tech, fintech, agri-tech, AI, ML, IoT, and innovation.
Today, there are over 65,000 startups in the country. Over 560 districts have startups. And we have over 100 unicorns. During the period of the COVID year, India saw 44 unicorns, which is unparalleled. And this year, till the month of April, we've had already 15 unicorns.
Atal Innovation Mission has ignited the spirit of innovation and entrepreneurship in schools and colleges, transforming them into job providers rather than job seekers.
Today, not only at my school or in Pune, but everyone across India knows and has made ATL a part of their lives. Let me take some time to introduce myself. I am Sanjit Sham and I study at Delhi Public School, Pune in the 8th grade. Usually this would be my introduction, but now, thanks to the joint efforts of Niti Aayog and AIM, I am also the founder and CEO of WebEasy Tech.
The Atal Innovation Mission is an effort to develop the innovation ecosystem in the country with a target to reach every school and college. The mission is also to help set up state-of-the-art laboratory facilities in educational institutions. These laboratories, while fostering curiosity, creativity and imagination in young minds, are also inculcating skills such as a design mindset, computational thinking, adaptive learning, physical computing and many more, providing an excellent platform for entrepreneurship to grow.
And now let's have a quick look at some other developments that have made news in the field of science and technology in our special segment Science Express.
A new study by the Bengaluru-based Indian Institute of Science has revealed that a drug used in the treatment of asthma and allergies can be an effective weapon against most variants of SARS-CoV-2. According to researchers, the drug can block the action of a crucial protein in the virus, which is likely to remain largely unchanged in any of the virus variants. The drug called Montelukast is usually prescribed to reduce inflammation caused by asthma, hay fever, and other allergies. Approved by the US Food and Drug Administration, the drug has been around for more than 2 decades. The drug binds strongly to one end of the viral protein called NSP1. The drug stops NSP1 from binding with the host cell's ribosomes, and this allows the ribosomes to synthesize proteins needed to fight the viral infection. The results of this study have recently been published in the journal eLife. Scientists at the Nainital-based Aryabhatta Research Institute of Observational Sciences and Autonomous Institute of the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, have found that forest fires can be an important factor in limiting the solar power generation in India. In the last decade, the use of solar power generation has increased in the country. However, several factors such as clouds, aerosols, and pollution play a role in reducing the solar power generation, creating capacity problems for photovoltaic and concentrated solar power plants. Trying to trace the factors that reduce solar energy production, researchers from the ARIES Nainital and the National Observatory of Athens, Greece, conducted a study. The scientists used remote sensing data for the research and studied the impact of aerosols and clouds on the solar energy potential over the Indian region, with extensive analysis and model simulations. Researchers found that apart from clouds and aerosols, forest fires play a very crucial role in reducing solar energy production. The findings of the study will increase awareness among decision makers about the effect of forest fires on energy management and help plan accordingly. A solar eclipse was seen from many parts of the world on the 30th of April, and in the same month, a solar eclipse was also captured from the surface of the red planet. NASA has recently released a video captured by Perseverance rover's state-of-the-art Mastcam-Z camera when it recorded the Martian moon Phobos coming between the Sun and Mars on April the 2nd this year. Mars has 2 moons, the largest of which is Phobos, which orbits the planet 3 times a day. This eclipse occurred on the 397th day after the Perseverance rover reached Mars. This solar eclipse lasted for about 40 seconds. The eclipse was short-lived compared to an average solar eclipse on Earth, as Phobos is 157 times smaller than Earth's moon. Several Mars rovers have observed Phobos crossing in front of the Sun over the past 18 years, but the video captured by Perseverance rover is the most zoomed-in, highest frame rate observation of a Phobos solar eclipse ever taken from the Martian surface. NASA hopes that this video will help scientists understand the dynamics between Phobos and Mars.
And that is all we have for you in today's edition of Science Monitor. Keep sending your feedback and suggestions through email. Our email ID is indiascience@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar, A50 Sector 62, Noida 201309, Uttar Pradesh. So we'll take your leave now. See you again next week. Till then, stay safe and think scientifically.